You basically told the world you were going to run Top Fuel. You ordered some cars. You were going to get some funding. You were going to try to expand again. And all of those things have happened. You have got a partnership with Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart has agreed to drive. If only you could find some funding. Do you have any news for us?
I do. We have signed a multi-year deal with R&L Carriers, which come together very, very fast. And we couldn't be more than happy. Robbie Roberts and the group, his brother-in-law Brent Probasco. Um, we had some discussions early after I bought the stuff from Josh, and Josh was involved in those discussions early on, and it worked. It worked out for both. Josh has got a great thing moving forward here, and we feel like the same goes for us. And we are super stoked about what we got going on here at Elite Motorsports.
Multiple announcements to discuss because you made a crew chief announcement, but I want to dissect them one by one. Before we do that, your team has learned over the past couple of years about keeping things that are first. How's your brother? What did he just go through?
So yeah, and that there again, I'm sitting in the truck, right? We had some things we just have to do today. My brother Robert underwent a kidney transplant yesterday. Uh, what an amazing thing that we got to witness. I had a kid that worked for me. His name is Mason. That when his kidneys failed about a year ago, Mason come to us and he said, "Hey, if I'm a match, I'm donating a kidney." And he was a perfect match. They took Mason in yesterday morning early. Took a kidney from him. Mason donated a kidney to my brother. Both of them are doing fantastic and they're healing. That's where we're headed right now, going up to check on my brother. So we appreciate all the prayers and stuff out there. My program's been through some hell of late. I had lots of health issues, as everybody knows. We've talked about that, but got some exciting stuff going on in our camp for sure.
You do. All right. So let's get to the hard news of it. You mentioned Josh. Josh is our next guest. We're all very excited. He's in the premier Top Fuel dragster on the planet, certainly the fastest one. We're going to talk to him about that. But out there at Dallas, some people were like, "Oh, Richard, they're stealing sponsors." Can you talk about how this came together so people can understand your side of it?
Yeah. First of all, there's no stealing sponsors, or uh, crew chief. So, we live in a free country, but the deal with R&L was, it's almost unbelievable. And Josh can attest to this. So right after I purchased Josh's program, my understanding from Josh was had some other things in the works we couldn't talk about, but R&L would be moving along with him. And that kind of left it at that. But I was sitting at home one night and I got a text, and I will, I'll fill you in a little bit because it takes a little while. But I got a text from a gentleman. I had no idea who it was, calling me about a motor coach, and we had this text thread going on, and for an hour or so. And he said, I think I might just order a new one. And I said, man, I'd love the opportunity to help you with that. And he said, yeah, and I'll probably provide my own truck. And I said, okay, that's no problem. We do that all the time. I said, and we started talking about, would he need financing? He said, no, I own a trucking company. I didn't know. I had no idea who it was. And he sent me a picture in a text. So of the trucking company he owned, R&L Carriers. And I said, no way. So immediately, Joe, as we know how this sport is, I immediately got on the phone with Josh Hart and said, hey, I just want you to know this is a complete coincidence. I didn't reach out. And so that's how all of this started. And when Robbie, we were talking through that stuff, and he found out that I'd purchased the program, found out who was driving it, had some discussions with Josh. I had discussions discussions with Josh. Robbie Roberts and Josh Hart are good friends, still good friends today. And the conversations were just about um, what's best for everyone. And so that's really all there is to be said. I just did a deal with Josh. He can uh, fill you in on that when it want, but we just bought a group of cars together, Josh and I. So there's a new relationship that has come from me buying Josh's program. Um, and Josh and I become kind of friends through if you remember, about 3 years ago, a little scuffle in Dallas between our two programs.
I
I didn't
do.
know Josh Hart, and since then I've bought motorhomes from him, and he's done business with me, and so I can tell you there are no hard feelings. I didn't steal a sponsor, and we are all moving forward. Josh is happy about what he's doing. We're happy about what we're doing, and you never know. You don't know when those paths will cross again.
Well, I like hearing that. Yes, we'll have Josh on. He's got a good deal going with John Force Racing, and I'm excited for him as well. You're in school and you end up in a scuffle or a little fight
Yeah,
with a kid, and then you end up best friends the next couple of days. Like that's
that's right.
not beyond the pale. But this is wild. What a silly season we have. In the clip we played of you, you said you had seen some things in Top Fuel that you felt like you guys could do better. You've now partnered with Tony Stewart. He's going to drive the car. I understand that Robbie from RNL is I don't want to say he's a fan of Tony Stewart, but he appreciates Tony Stewart. And this is an opportunity to get involved with Tony Stewart and Elite Motorsports together.
That's right. And you know, as I've told you before, Joe, we've had many conversations outside of this, and I have different ideas of what I would like a program to look like, and we're doing some things that I believe have never been done before. I know that Don Schumacher, the late Don Schumacher, he had multiple teams in different categories. Uh, but there were walls up between all those teams. When Jeg Coughlin and Erica were a part of that back in the day, and they didn't intermingle. That's not what we're doing. We are we are going to change this sport the way we want it to look, and we're going to do it through just treating it like we have in everything else. It's going to be built around family.